hello everybody. How you doing today? It's a beautiful day. The Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Well, you sure? Amen. This is under the tree, Mel and Tony. We're gonna have relax. We're gonna have fun like you never saw before. Somebody said to me when you come in, I can't hear you. So I said, I always complain about it, but you know. Anyway, I ain't complaining no more. This is my great day. I'm enjoying every moment of the day. And folks, last week we had a prediction, and nobody had won the prize because nobody in his wildest dream say that one family was going to win. So one family seems not a favorite in the Bahamas, eh?
They are up and coming. It's just that they aren't
They
as
been coming.
seasoned as
They
the
was there longer.
Valley and the Saxons. So people thought, with the 2-year break, Saxons and Valley was coming with a blast from the past.
But hear me, I must say, they didn't say nobody won. We said nobody won the prize, but I'm gonna give it somehow.
Somebody actually predicted one family would be the number one, though. And then there were some who predicted Valley would be number two, but they didn't predict the sequence in which all of them occurred, first, second, and third.
But it's so unfortunate I was the closest.
Were you?
I said that one family is gonna win the
No.
choreograph.
Okay, all right.
I said that the Valley.
But you say Music Makers was going to win the music.
No.
You say Hawks.
Right.
And that's them too, right?
No, Music Makers.
No, one family is in the Warhawks.
No. Warhawks is the group that break off in Saxon a couple of years ago, and one family break off about 20 years ago. So Warhawks is Genesis Warhawks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get mixed up here.
All right.
You'll get mixed up. And I did
Tell
say,
you where I stand with Junkanoo. That's all I do.
yeah, you Junkanoo in your bed. Then you just collect.
No, I like the music. I like the creativity and all of that. I just don't like the competition.
Okay. Well, talking about the competition, I want to talk about something before I get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to scold them Junkanoo chairman and them. Junkanoo's horrible, you know. Folks, let me say this to you. The music, the costume, the Junkanoo itself is fine. The problem you have is the organization, and you continue having problem with tickets was resold. Tickets were sold over and over. How could you have bleachers where you have tickets are duplicated? People can't get in. What's going on? We sit, when I say we, the majority of people, the spectators came to see Junkanoo, but we sit from 5 o'clock in the evening, and we saw the Valley Boys 4 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning. Now you figure that out. You figure that out. There's no reason for that. That's poor organizing. This. I don't care what the Junkanoo say, rain and this and that. There's no excuse for that. That's poor organization. I don't care. We gotta do better with this Junkanoo. I sat there and watched. By 12 o'clock, all the tourists left. They had enough. They couldn't. They waited. They had enough. Why the parade don't even have to be this long? And you only talking about one lap. You ain't talking about 2 laps. In the olden days we used to have 2 laps, you know. And the Junkanoos to move. Now we have all of this and all this and that. Take the darn rules out of Junkanoo. Let Junkanoo flow. Just let Junkanoo go. Let it be the people. Let the people enjoy it. That's what we come for. The guys place hard work all year. And I don't want to be Junkanoo. And I don't want to be negative. But what I want to do, I want the spectators to have a better time at Junkanoo. All I can say today is that the competition were good. The groups were good. Though the people on the northern side got a bad deal. The northern side people bought tickets. They have problem finding seat because they had some problems. See, when you sit from Rawson Square, go beyond, east of Rawson Square, Junkanoo is not for those people, though they spend money. Because the groups are rushing off base. They're literally just rushing off. They're not even once
performing.
Just Rawson Square is the king, and when they do all the performing, and then we don't need basketball in Rawson Square. Ain't nobody shooting no basketball hoops. We don't need nobody, but no bohemian music, talking nonsense. But who's the best group and talking foolishness? We don't need no entertainment. We need Junkanoo. Get it right. I am tired. The hell with all of that. Get it right now. Time we gotta get it right. And then kudos to one family. Congratulations. Actually, congratulations to all the groups. They were well. They came out well, and the competition was well. And so, but there's that one side of Junkanoo where you got people who believe they own Junkanoo. If it's the minister of it screwed up, whoever, take your hands off it. Let's get this thing running. We ain't talking politics. Anyhow, Mel, we talk with Junkanoo. You want me to say who will win and who will lose now? I know I should be waiting on
You
that.
gotta, you got. I mean, we didn't have any
Winner, but
specific, but you want to give some consolation prizes? I put you on the spot.
Yeah,
I
you
know
put on
we
the spot.
didn't do.
We can give some
But-
prizes out. We can give some prizes out.
Yeah, I would think that anyone who predicted a group would come in the position that they were placed, seeing that they didn't get the full cluster, that maybe we could give them a prize.
But that was the trick of it.
to get the whole thing, to get the whole
thing.
package.
Yeah, so I can give you a good prize. But since we can give
Okay.
them a little prize, who you saw or felt that they deserve it, we give them something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, because you had some persons who said that Valley Boy would come second,
Okay.
even though they predicted, like someone said,
It's a
Roots would come
Saxon,
first,
yeah.
right?
Listen,
or
let's
Saxon,
stop right
yeah.
there. Stop right there. Roots ain't coming facing no Junkanoo right now. All right? Put that there in your pipe and smoke it.
Listen, I am only saying.
I know
what
you
was
use the Roots, but
predicted.
I don't even.
I ain't no
Nobody-
Roots. I am a Bahamian, and I like all the Junkanoo groups.
But I know you prefer Roots sometimes. So this one of them times you thought Roots ain't going nowhere.
Anyhow, if
We
it
ain't in the
pleases
Roots.
you that I prefer Roots at sometimes, yes, I prefer Roots at sometimes. Sometimes I prefer One Family. Sometimes I prefer Genesis. Sometimes I prefer Saxon.
See, when I tell you old school, now you
Sometimes
see
I
what I'm talking about?
prefer
This is what I talk
Valley.
about when I call her old school.
Why?
She
I
support
loyal-
everybody. She ain't
yes.
loyal to nobody.
No. I
So-
support everybody. Like you say, congratulations to them all.
Congratulations to
for
all.
a job well done.
But here's the
Except for, of course, the organization and the timing of the presentation was too much lag time. I agree with that.
Yeah.
People don't pay to go on Bay Street
to sit there for
hear
hours.
commentators biasly selecting groups
Yeah. biasly.
and cheering the crowd with you
Dun,
know,
dun, 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 dun,
who
dun.
gonna do
Okay.
that. That's not
What that
their,
all about?
That's not their.
When you
Or if it
commentate,
is, they need to take it out.
when you commentate for the masses, everybody. You don't
Be
just
neutral.
yeah.
Neutral.
You don't just go there and talking about the valley. Listen. That is bad. You
It's
need to pull that in.
it's
And I call
promoting
on the
division.
Ministry of Sports or the Junkanoo Committee, stop that. That's bias. We ain't doing. You gotta have some kind of class. If you put it out there for all groups, I said Valley Boys. I understand, yeah, and I know they're supporting my group by doing that. But you gotta make Junkanoo fair, and anything else, you make it seem like a rake. You see? So make sure that
Stop the Demoness
yeah,
culture.
stop the Demoness culture. So take away the microphone from some people. You ain't need no mic down Bay Street. You ain't need a. All you doing is creating a problem happening down the road. Junkanoo committee, whoever it is, and stop it now. The commentator, but call the group if you want to do that. That's fine. Here comes this. Here comes that. But don't go on and on with this.
Sharing the
crowd. That's nasty. That's gonna have a effect down the road that you ain't gonna like. Anyway, so moving right along to my prediction.
For the upcoming parade?
Yeah, you want me to make my prediction?
Go ahead, yeah. Keep it going.
All right, here we go. I ain't gonna call them in top 5. I'm not gonna go lower than that. I can go top 5.
Top 5? You can't go no lower than that.
There's
only 6 groups.
No, it's more than that. You got more.
In A category, B category, C category.
In A category, you got 7 groups. 7 now.
Okay.
But one mightn't show up, but you got 7.
So I don't stop at the top 3.
Top 3? Okay.
Yeah.
She wants the top 3. I'll tell you how the top 3 come. In the 3rd position, and the senior groups in the overall A division, one family.
They come in 3rd this time?
In 2nd place, in A division group, Saxons. And in the number 1 spot, the Valley Boys. So we come in.
So Valley come in 1st, Saxon come in 2nd,
Valley, Saxon,
and one family 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
And in
overall.
music, the Shaka, the Valley Boys be first.
Okay. Valley's first in music.
And believe it or not, Vam family be 2nd.
Okay.
And Saxon can be 3rd.
Okay.
And here the upset coming in the choreograph.
Best performance, I think.
No, we didn't go choreograph.
But they didn't really single out choreography.
Yeah, they did. One family been choreographed. They single it out. That's the one they really single
I
it
thought I saw it as performance. I didn't see.
No, they choreographed.
Choreography. Okay.
Choreograph. Believe it or not, I have this hunch that in the choreograph is gonna go to Roots. I think Roots can be number 1. One family can be number 2. And the Valley Girls can be number 3.
Okay.
In choreograph. In overall performance,
Go on, I know you want to give it to Valley.
no.
You can give it to one family. Wow.
I'm gonna give it to one family.
So overall performance, one family in 1st. Okay.
The Valley Boys in 2, and Saxon number 3.
Not Roots.
No.
Okay.
Shirley Street. There's only one group that wins Shirley Street majority of times, and that is the Valley Boys.
Okay. Because they're close to home, eh?
Yeah. Then Saxon, no, Saxon close to home. And then one family. And the reason I given these senior groups, when I say the oldest groups, the quotes and calling them first, because they know how to fight back.
Well, they know the history of Junkanoo,
Right.
And they know exactly how to bounce back after.
And I want you to know,
Start the year out right.
like I say, don't sleep on the Saxon. You beat them bad this way and beat them bad. Don't sleep on them, man. Look, you can't. The Saxon is one. You know what it is? You know what a Saxon is?
Resilient.
All right. They are gonna be tough to beat.
They just said, like most Bahamians to say, we don't take losses.
They don't take last. That's correct. The Saxon will be back. But I don't think by the group having this issue, I don't think this parade coming they will do well. Because they have an issue in the group.
Some in-house issues.
Yeah. So that is why I picked the Valley. Not because I love the Valley.
Because you are a Valley.
Yeah, I understand that. But That's why. But I don't see one family back to back. Now the Valley, let's go through something. This team, the Valley going as Florida.
Oh, they are?
I want to see them pull that off. I want to see what the same going to be. Florida.
Wow.
We see what that'd be interesting.
Florida.
And now,
wow, Florida is very large, you know.
yeah, I would see what they can do. But I'll see what they can do with that.
They must be going. They must be going Orlando.
Yeah, they must be going to Orlando, and then they can bring Mickey Mouse and Disney World Live.
That'd be interesting. So why Florida?
I don't know, but we'll know when they finish with it. We'll know.
Must say Florida, we on our way back.
And then I want
COVID
to give kudos to the Royal Bahamas Police Force and Defense Force. You did an excellent job on Junkanoo, and I'm proud of you. All you guys who's there in uniform, I salute you to the highest. I was wondering when the police force was going to wake up and get something rolling right, because they couldn't get nothing rolling right all year. They tried everything, it wasn't working. So they finally did something, and so I hope they take that in the new year. And to all the knuckleheads, stay home. We're bringing in New Year now. We have new reasons and new love for the season. And now we can go into our best part of the show, our last show of the year. And we're gonna ring in the new year here. We started our new year 4 o'clock. Y'all started y'all 12 tonight, but we starting us. So we can sing to bring in our new year.
Really? Okay.
We sing, or we can sing at the end. We can sing at the end.
So
anyway,
I thought you would talk about some highlights of 2022 in terms of
2022 was a good year, but I don't want to see 2022 again. No, hell no. I don't want to see that no more.
Even if you wanted to, you wouldn't. So
no.
Thank God you don't.
You see, we just come out of COVID.
You mean we just come in more out of it? Cause
But I mean, we just come out
of
of COVID. But I mean, when we come into COVID,
yeah,
they're locked up in the house.
Yeah.
And
The jail cell doors were opened.
And so 2022, a lot of people seems like they started to spend money crazy, coming to the end. And then you seen them step out. But 2022 is not a year that you feel 100% solid. You still
rocking.
You see,
rocking and
our children are still mentally, and they're still going through stuff. All the suicide and the whole thing. This year was a little tough, and I believe it's because the lockdown syndrome and the afraid of, they didn't see no future of being locked down, and you was wondering how you can get out of it. Like if it ever gonna happen, if it ever be back normal, the gist of it. And then we were let out of the cage early part this year. And then we started to pick up, and then it seems like it's starting to do this COVID thing again.
Say out the cell into the courtyard.
Yeah. And so when you finish, I wanna to really sums up all of that stress. That I guess I could talk about what I went through. My mind was always thinking, what was the next move? What was the next thing coming? Or what was next? And so what happened to the people out there and all my friends that I salute of staying strong, still strong, and still fighting this battle. And all my sick friends who made it through. I had some friends who were not well. And it's been tough. But I want to say this. There are some things only one person could solve some of the problems we have, and only one person help us out some of these problems. And sometimes we just forget why we're here, what purpose we serve. You know, you're here on a daily basis. This guy killed someone, or this one shoots someone, or this happened, that happened. This one hang himself. This one, jump overboard. The truth of the matter is this. If we don't have a source to go back to sometimes, and only sometimes God could drive you through. Like, we could play with this. We play with this. We play with God because we only know God when we down. Oh, God help me. It's true. It's true. See, we gotta have, and I'm not talking about the people who go crazy and screaming and shouting all the time. Because once you know the truth, you don't need nobody to tell you. You need nobody to preach to you. You know the truth. And I'm not here to beat up on anybody. I'm here to talk truth here. There's some things, if you don't line them up right, they will always come back to bite you. And this year was one of those years where I think Bahamians had a good rude awakening. So I go to right to where I want to go. Mm-hmm. Don't run to church tonight and think as the Lord coming tomorrow morning and this save you. And one night you go to church and God can be, yeah, for some of y'all he might. But you have to know there's a God above every day. Every day you have to know there's a God above. And you have to know there is a God. And a lot of people don't believe in it. Because the young people now don't believe in God no more. No, let me rephrase that. I don't want to say it. They believe there is a God. But they don't believe in some of y'all who believe in God. I hope I said that right. I think I got that right. And so what has happened to the young children today is that they don't go to church. They don't want to go to family functions. They don't want to do. And the reason they don't want to do what their mother do and daddy do is because what they see. You do. See, I could sit here and talk God. Well, if I don't live God, well, I'm a person like this. I'm not going to judge anybody. But I know for sure, for me, when I have my problems, when my mother was living, I used to take it to my mother. Because I used to sit in the back of the bed and I used to say, Mommy, will I have this and this? And for some reason, brother, for some reason, my mother, because the way she lived, she could always say something to me and it soothed me. I get great comfort right away. It feel like burden lift off my head. And so the young people see parents as a provider. That's it. They don't see you as no counselor. They go to system. No, they go to the stranger. They because the life you show them and life you live. So you talk, you go to church, and you talk Christian talk, or you talk, but you don't live it. And so kids see that. Kids rather go out there to the fella who cussing, because they know when he give that word, it's coming from his heart. and he mean it. So if he say, girl, if you get in trouble, I coming to get you. They sure he coming. There's too much parents give their word on something, and their word don't mean nothing. And so go back to this coming into our new year.
You know,
Go ahead,
Tony,
go ahead.
as
Try to
you
remember.
said that, I am thinking that there is another aspect of it. That is one aspect of it. But I believe that the exposure of the young people has caused them to doubt the advice that they get from their parents. Not so much that it is only because the parents are not consistent in their actions and their word matching up together, but also the fact that they just get tired of hearing, oh, take it to God. Oh, they have real time situations, and God is not physically touchable, seeable. You understand what I'm saying? But the persons who they go to, but you said that they go to the stranger. What I find is that young persons have a tendency to go to their peers who basically are lacking in the same wherewithal that they are. So it's like the blind leading the blind.
And most cases, you're right. And that is why the young people don't believe. See, listen. When you go back and you look back through this year, you go back and you look through the year, you had all kinds of things. You had a young girl get run over. Then you had one got shot off Robinson Road. And you have Bahamian women are getting killed by men in relationship all year long. Most of this year. Every month or 2 months, whatever. It's happening. And it's repeating itself. And we always wonder why. And everybody will scream out when it happened. But nobody
is paying attention to all that is going on in the country as it relates to the normal daily operations.
And then the parents, if you listen to the parents, every time they come on the radio and they say this, the parents say the same thing,
What? My good child?
My good son. No, that's one side. But I'm talking about the girl that get killed. Parent will come on, she say, but listen to the words now. I listen to this. Yeah, she is a beautiful girl. My daughter was a beautiful girl. And I try to tell her, leave him. And he this and that. No, you sit on your backside right there. And you depend on the daughter to do it. In a situation like that, the daughter is going through crisis. Mentally, she try everything.
And fear is a big factor.
And she is fear because this guy becomes a thug or whatever he is. Sometimes you bring these children in the world. Sometimes the parent, I understand it might be tough. It might be a tough thing to do. Sometimes the parents have to get involved. Instead of you sit on the side, sometimes you need to sit down with these guys. You gotta be bold. You have to be bold. And you have to let him know, okay, now I understand all of this. But my daughter don't want to be with you no longer. See, you gotta confront him. One-on-one. You can't just play this. Because if you leave it to her, she crying for help to you. She's saying, I try every day to get him, I can't. So what you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and let the man kill your daughter, then you come on TV talking foolishness, right?
Now you just presented yet another gap that exists in families, and that's
what I was talking about. Family.
It comes right back to what we just finished talking about. So that is just another spin off from it, because the way that people date and lead their lives is no longer the way it used to be led in the Bahamas. young people are meeting their friends at the gate. Nobody comes to the house. The parent don't even know who the young man is their daughter is going out with. I observe, because we have young men
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Young girls are sleeping out of their parents' house with guys the same night they met them,
Amen.
or the same week,
Amen.
and some of them want to take up occupancy in the house.
The-
They don't have a house where they will live in.
But here's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. The parent, when I talk about live the life that you expect your child to live. See, if you live a certain life and you live it a
And
certain
provide
way
the guidance.
and provide the guidance, they will never get in those trouble.
And then
And
another,
I don't care what you say. One might slip. No, but I don't care what you say. My parent. See, I adamant with this because I got two daughters. Because if somebody decide to kill my daughter, I can kill them. No joke. That's it. That's straightforward. Well, you can do what you gotta do to me afterwards, but you ain't a fool with my two daughters. I can kill you. Okay, that's it.
So-
Wait. Let me finish, and then you could beat me up. So what I'm saying to you is the guidance I try to give my daughters. I try to guide them. I can't be there 24/7, but they know where I stand. Nonsense, no. They know. And my daughter know I may be the nicest, friendliest guy, hey, la, but don't take that out of context. Me and you might sit here and crack joke, but don't mess with that. And so it go right back to what I was saying, Melanie. Parents must give the guidance, and parents must be. See, you can't just throw your hand up when the thing done start. That's too late.
so I could say
Go say what you
what I wanted to expand on the parental expectation that you have. And what I was thinking is, okay, if you have girls that are being abused by their boyfriends, as long as guys don't see a male figure in the mix of the family, then they feel, oh, well, just how they disrespect the daughter, they disrespect the mother. But it has to be man to man, where there is some male figure within the family who serves as the protector of that flock. Because with a woman, young men, they ain't have no fear. They don't have no, because what they do to the daughter, they ain't have no reservation doing to the mother.
Let me say something. It mightn't work for everybody, but I'm gonna say this, and I hope this will help. Melina, you know this. In my two daughters' life, or my two daughters, one of my daughter boyfriend called me more than he called her. Because I'm involved, because I care, I'm involved. When she acts stupid, he calls me. And see, that is why you have to be involved with your children. You gotta be involved with children. You have to. If I am guarantee you, if you get involved, you don't have to be personally involved. But if you
Be available.
be available to them,
Ears on the ground, eyes in the ground.
they will, and they understand you. They know they could come to you anytime. They know you ain't gonna bite and take side you straight down the middle. They could come to you anytime. And this is key to some of these relationships. We gotta save. See, men might kill men, but when you see men killing women, there's a problem. There's something going on. So we gotta be the force. The parents gotta be the force to reckon with it. We gotta deal. In the new year coming, we gotta stamp out this foolishness. We can't do nothing with a man head who have mental issues, because some guys have mental issues. You cannot deal with people who have mental issues, because when people go off, they're off. We're not talking about those ones who take the pills, and we're not talking about the ones who just snap. We're talking about the ones who we can help to stop this foolishness.
Well, even the ones on the pills, and you could stop the ones before they snap as well.
And then
So,
Then you have, for me,
It's all about
for me in this new year,
relationship.
for me for this new
creating
year, for
communication.
me in this year,
Mm-hmm.
I go on a campaign. Dope is no good. Don't let nobody fool you. Smoking dope is a waste of time. Yeah, folks, young men out there and young women, the young girls taking over now. Smoking dope gets you nowhere. Is nowhere. I, I I don't care what they tell you what good. Anything with smoke ain't good for you. Medically, right?
It has negative effect on the body.
And that's coming from the medical side. So how you can tell me smoking is good? Smoking weed is good. In this new year coming, I like to see people be loving to one another. I like to see more love. I like to see more wedding. I like to see more bride. I like to see more babies. I want to see more love. I don't care. I want to see more love. I tired of this divorce thing. This is getting on my nerve. Every time you go to somebody, you come back to somebody, this one divorce. You go on these people, this one divorce. What? Why we can't get along?
Well, we probably need to set the right foundations to start off with, and once the foundation is laid, then the likelihood of a divorce is reduced.
Yeah.
But most people don't plan their life, don't develop the essential life skills that will allow them to have a beautiful relationship with someone else. What I find in the Bahamas, as far as relationships are concerned, is somebody always think that they have to be in control of another. And that's not what relationships are about.
Well, because you let me be in control of you.
Yeah.
But see, if you let me,
And most people only go with people who let them be in control.
well, I had an argument today. I'm glad you brought this up. I was going to bring it up, but since you bring it up, I had an argument today when I said to somebody, well, man's supposed to take care of woman, and woman's supposed to stay home and cook clean for man and take care of man too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I had a root awakening. So that's how you can teach your daughter to take care of man. Now, I see these young people I talking to, and I was shocked. Young people don't believe in that, you know. They don't even believe in cooking and cleaning. That's what they tell me. I only can tell you what they tell me. I only can say what they tell me. I have been, and they beat me this morning about this young this about these young people, and they don't want me to talk about, because they ain't cleaning and they ain't cooking. They don't need to do that for
Any
a man.
money.
No. Say that's how you teach your daughter? That's what you're teaching your daughter? To go cook for somebody? And to go clean for somebody and clean somebody? That's what they teaching? No way. No way. And I was like shocked. And I only mention it because I said, well, that's what a man's supposed to do. A man's supposed to take care of you. I know. Me, I independent. I'm not going to clean and cook for nobody. So you know what kind of woman we got coming now?
Independent women.
No, nasty.
No, you
No,
get a
dirty
housekeeper.
Oh,
If the education
Don't
level
start-
and your
don't
job
start me on this.
commitment, you can't go out the home and work all day and come home and slave in the evening too.
What's
That's
wrong with
why
that?
relationships, you don't have
What's wrong with that?
time. You do not have time for the social elements of your relationship. If you are working and you have a good income and your income allows you to allot for someone to come in and assist with the cleaning and the upkeep of your house, then you do that. That's where you have more time. You see, that is the problem that you men complain all the time, because if the man and the woman is going home and doing this thing together, then nothing's wrong with that.
I might want a special touch.
So if you want the special touch, you can have the special physical touch and the special home touch
Why
too.
not? Why not?
Because it is unfair
What do you mean unfair?
for the woman.
Wait, what-
If
oh,
you
wait.
are sharing the responsibility, like I said, that is fine. But if the woman is going out working and you're going out working, don't expect, and you have children too,
I like it.
homework
I like
and
the
all that.
spaghetti.
Well, guess what? You'll have the spaghetti, but you ain't gonna have it every night.
No, I might like your home cooking. I might like your special touch of cooking.
Well, then that is something. But then at the end of the day, if I'm doing the cooking, then you must be doing something else whilst I'm doing it. But you see, y'all always talk about the woman and how she complain and she ain't ready. When a woman is physically tired, she is never ready for sex. But y'all want the sex, y'all want the home environment, so give us some slack somewhere along the line.
What I want is my wife to cook for me.
Okay, and there's
Because
nothing
I want
wrong
that
with that.
special touch.
And there's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
what I want. Now anything else, well, fine with me. Go anyway, but that's what I want.
Okay.
I marry my wife to cook for me because I like my
Well,
wife.
if
to
that
cook for me.
make sure those are terms that are negotiated beforehand. So when she get in that marriage situation, she knows that my husband wants me to cook, so I will get somebody to help with this, that, or
But-
the other. But the cooking is my
But
responsibility.
here's the problem. The woman back in the days cook, clean, this.
Because
and
they
go
never
work.
used
Oh,
to
wait,
work.
wait, wait,
No,
wait,
hell no.
Hold on. Come on. You, at one point, had a husband where you used to cook, clean for him too, right? And cook and everything.
I must say, my husband shared all the responsibility. He cooked, he went to the wash house, he ironed, he did everything.
Okay. But you cook for him, right?
He cooked as well. We both cooked, depending, because
Majority
we
of
both
men-
were government employees and we both worked shifts. So whoever, depending on the day, if he get home first, he cook. If I get home first, I cook.
Well, that's the way the Bahamian works, right? That's the way it should work. But I came from home when my mother worked and she cooked, she cleaned, she gave everything, and there was no problem. She had her children disciplined.
But it
Hold
was
on. She had her
also-
children disciplined.
But she had
The-
to discipline them.
That's why, because everybody had their hand in something.
But remember now, they started out as infants. So she brought them from infancy
Yeah.
up through adulthood.
technical-
So in essence, the family structure. Okay? But many Bahamian women did it in the absence of the man.
Yeah, but
Usually the man come home and he expect his spread to be there. So we know the traditional Bahamian family was mommy cook and the first plate of food to take up is whose?
amen.
Okay.
But you remember
so,
that-
and he even ain't nowhere around.
But yeah, fine. But you know what used to work? Why it used to work?
Why?
Because if you have children in the house, older one take care of the younger one. That's how it. Because my clothes.
But what
Were
happened when they
were
were all
passed
young?
down.
But what happened when they were all young?
Well, you didn't plan your family properly.
No. You're
All in-
forgetting something.
Hold on.
Mama and auntie, everybody lived within the same locale and they assisted with the children.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
So this new thing is not.
Everybody for themselves and God for us all.
That don't work. See,
And
because-
that's why our society is slowly disintegrating, because the family unit is disintegrated. The extended family is no more.
I hear them saying, why I gotta keep him. What you mean why you have to keep him? Because that's the way it works. Because if you stay home,
Dying
and
how
keep-
they see it happening
no,
on
if you
TV.
stay home and keep the younger one, you know what happened? You know how to keep your own child. See, it starts from home.
But you know what
That's
now,
what's
right?
going on.
But you know now, right?
Yeah, they won't go just everybody won't go.
But it ain't only that. Check out the systems, the social systems that established by the government. They call it child labor, they call it child abuse, they call it all kind of things. So that's why the young people don't know nothing, because what we went through in learning how to be self-sufficient, they now consider that abuse today.
When we're gonna soon close the show, And we're going to talk now about resolution and change in resolution. You got any resolution?
I make a daily resolution. I don't believe
Okay,
in that
you don't
annual
believe in
thing.
annual thing.
Mm-mm.
Well, let me tell you what my resolution. My resolution, I make an annual thing. No, I make a daily thing. But my resolution to this, yeah, first to this show, is that we come back better people, better show,
Okay.
new ideas,
Mm-hmm.
get up to change the Bahamas. That's where I want to see us. That's my resolution for the show.
Mm-hmm.
But my resolution for the Bahamas today is this. The big word, L-O-V. I believe in love. I believe in the sanctity of love. I believe in people who come together, becomes one. They don't lose their individuality, but they become one. They know how to mash,
Coexist.
coexist. And I believe
Yeah. Cooperate.
in these relationships that don't work, and these divorces, is that there's too much people for themselves. They come into the relationship, say they love you, but they really don't love you. They want you. That's a whole totally different case. They don't love you. They want you.
Because they want what they like, what you bring to the
could
table.
bring to the table. And so what happened? The want outweigh the love. And when the want outweigh the love, you have nothing. All you have. See, let me say this. Boy, going deep. I ain't supposed to go deep till next week, but I go deep. When somebody loves you, and they say it out of their mouth, and they show it, it's difficult for them to stick when you're not showing it.
Okay.
See, you could bluff. You know, some people bluff. And it happens because there's so much hurt.
Past hurt that
Right.
people don't let go of.
And they say, boy, you know
Don't
what?
heal from.
I ain't gonna give him all of this. I just can go so far.
Because I gave it to the other one
Yeah,
and they
and that's what happened to
didn't.
me.
Right.
So what you should do, stay your backside home. You stay your
Heal.
backside set.
Heal.
Go in the bush.
Heal.
Go drink some medicine. Or go that way and eat that way and stay that way until you come out to be loving.
And ready to give of yourself again.
There's too many women in the Bahamas are hurting
Jumping hurdles.
because they have given themselves to these men who they thought
Loved them.
loved them. Man has to understand when women commit themselves to you, it's like she wants to take off all her clothes and walk naked with you. She don't care who looks at her. She don't care who see you. She knows she with you. And she look for couple things. She look for you to protect her. She will look for you to comfort her. She wants to give everything possibly to you. And the minute she discovered that the more she give, the more she don't get.
Or the less she gets.
Right. She stops at a point. And this would cause relationship then spin the opposite way. Because women are fickle. The Bible tells you they had to figure out. So what they do, they started to protect themselves. So they go in their little hole, they call them, to protect themselves. It ain't that they don't love you. It's just that they say these words, I can't lose myself. So they hold back. And there's too much relationship in the Bahamas like this. This is all we have in this Bahamas, hurt and pain. I go on a daily basis. Oh, I hear to cry. Sometimes I don't cry, but I hear things
Cry with them, man.
Man, because someone's sad. Listen, y'all wouldn't believe the sadness, the stories I hear just in this Junkanoo year, this Junkanoo festival.
Season, yeah.
Man to the Junkanoo shack. Got he woman the Junkanoo shack. And I hear and I tell him about it and this and and he take the woman out, won't take me out and the whole and this person crying her eyeballs out because it's embarrassing when she hear or she see he out having a good time with this woman and she she help him pay the bill, she cook, she clean, she do
She looking for a social life. She
yeah
even ain't counting the things she
yeah
do. She just
and
looking for some love and
the
affection.
pain. See, so what I'm talking to you all about is something I see and experience. You live in the same house. I can't talk to you. And one word I say to you, you flare up. You believe that you could just pay the bills and just disappear. So emotional, so emotional, so emotional feeling. It's and inside, it is killing some women. Man, you all wouldn't like to know. I wish I could share the stories. I wish I could call the name and share the story. But this pain, for me, I hope, 23, 2020,
2023.
2023, that we think about what we're doing to people. Think about, just don't think for ourselves no longer. Think for somebody else. Think about how you can make somebody else happy. Think everybody thinking of themselves. Everybody's selfish.
Uh, you know, oftentimes if you speak to people about satisfying the needs of others, they will say, "Oh, but I love him or her. I do this for him or her." But the the secret to the whole happiness flow is that you love the person in the way that they desire to be loved, not according to how you like to be loved or how you want to love them. Love them the way that they want to be loved, and you will see a marked improvement in your lived experience in your relationship.
Why it couldn't be the same way when I met you? Why? Why two people when they meet one another can't be the same and keep that same flow? See,
And
love.
people do change. Change is expected, but you should grow together. If you are constantly seeking to love the person the way that they want to be loved, then there is no growing apart. There is always a growing together, growing forward.
2023. Let love win. Let love be the center of our heart. Let love, let's give love. I'm talking to men now. I ain't talking to women. Let's take these women serious. Let, let's get into the understand that they given their body to us. They given their time to us. They're working hard for us. They go all out, wash our clothes, keep our children, grow them up. They the ones at home with them. Be out trying to find the dollar and doing this and doing that. Let's love win for once. Love is a beautiful thing, and I assure you, love could win. And I assure you, you stick and love your wife, your girlfriend, your whatever partner, whatever you want. It love is gonna win in 2023. My you New Year's resolution, love,
So it means
love
it means
can
to
win.
it means too that you have to take time for your relationship. You take time to go to church, you take time to eat, you take time to go to work, you take time to take a bath. take time to spend quality time with the individual. Do the things that bring you closer together.
And you know how I know men are good lovers and men love is genuine, but they don't show it. Let me tell you. You could get this dog that you love to death, and you show all that love all that time. You bathe him, you take him to the vet, you got this dog, or your car that you love. You will clean that car every day. You put the music in it. You fix the tire.
You wash it.
You
Yes,
wash
you
it.
wax
You don't
it.
let it break down. Every day you fixing it. Every day you don't want to scratch you. You take care of these things. You need to take care of your woman or your wife,
Your family.
your family, and
Yeah.
do. If you just put love in your heart, forget the past. That hatred. Let's move along. Go and forgive your mother and tell your mother, I say this and me and you don't speak now. But this is a new year coming. Me and you have lived better in this. Let's let love win.
Yeah, bury the hatchet. All the hatchet, all the
All
axes.
friends and they say only big man can do these type of things. Walk up and say, I forgive me and all that. No, that's foolishness. Everybody could do it. Everybody, a song of my voice, let's turn this country around. And relationships, let's turn them around. So, my New Year resolution in 2023 is let love win. And I am going to do it. I am going to love Melanie. I want to have a newfound love for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Everybody, and I call names: Linda, Portia, Marsha. I call everybody name. My sister Patrice. The people at Jams, the people at Camp Road Union, all of you. I am be committed to let love. I'm going to give love that I never. My two daughters, Anthony's and Antonique, Bunny, the whole tribe. I'm going to give all my fans in Freeport and Florida and Texas, Canada. We're going to let love, and me and Melanie can send love to you. And we're going to let love be our center this year. We can change this hate, all this killing, violence. We can change all this, man. We can make this. We can turn like the Dalai Lama. He says,
Dalai Lama.
yeah, Dalai Lama. Hold love in the power of your hand. And every time darkness raise, you raise your hand. That's the love.
Okay.
Let's say that again. Put love in the palm of your hand. And every time darkness rise, you raise your hand and open it. Let that love shine. That's what we're doing in our show. And that's what we're going to do in our country. Love for our family.
Okay,
Love.
now you wanted to start with singing,
Oh,
and
gee,
we
I
have
just-
2 minutes, so
I just messing with
let's
that.
get it.
I
Let's
just
get it
messing with
going.
that.
You're not gonna sing for them today?
No, you want to say.
Gonna
you want
wish
to
them
say-
Happy New
you wanna
Year
Say,
at
Watchman.
the end of the day.
Watchman.
No.
Oh, what time it is.
The sun is going down.
That's so funny. That is the funniest thing in church I ever seen. But that's the way the old people do it.
Yeah.
And so we want to say Happy New Year. And we enjoy you all year. You supported us. We have some gifts to give away. So how are we going to do this, Melanie? They can hit us up?
Well, you're talking about the predictions now
Yeah,
for
the prediction.
for the New Year's
Hit us up.
Junkanoo
Oh,
parade.
I'll tell you what. We hit you up and let you know. We look at the people who won. Who are they?
Those, yeah.
And
yeah.
we'll hit you up.
Okay.
If we can.
So if you accurately predicted the position in which one of
Yeah,
the
that's what we do.
groups actually
We wanted all three.
placed,
But what we can do, if you say Saxon was going to win the music,
and they did,
And
yeah. If they
we
won the
give it- we
overall
get the stuff
parade
for it.
first place and you predicted it, I know for sure we do have one for sure. Peter Gay had actually predicted that one family would win the Boxing Day parade
You
as the
joking?
first place, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was someone who predicted Valley would be second place, but they didn't predict the first place
Okay, okay.
correctly.
Well,
So
we
yeah,
will give the
those
stuff away.
persons, yeah.
We'll give the stuff away. You might just give stuff away and call it that.
Okay. All right. So we will go through it and we will message those persons who made an accurate prediction so that you can get your prize.
And a happy New Year.
So we going off singing Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we look forward to seeing you
Happy
again
New
next
Year.
week.
Happy
Same
and a
day,
happy and
same
a
time,
happy New
same
Year.
place under the tree.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy and a happy and a happy New Year.